Hi, everybody. I think I'm live here. First of all, I want to apologize for yesterday's video. I couldn't even stand to watch it, actually. I'm sure it didn't do my YouTube channel any good. The problem with that recording of the video was I was using the GoPro, and it was most of the video, not all of it, the outside part was with it strapped to my head. Okay. I mean, there's nobody around to see me, so it's okay. But you forget it's up there, and it went on and on and on. That 18 minutes of boring video, well, both inside and outside, that had been an hour that I had to edit out. It took me forever to edit that video. And that's why at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, I wasn't on. It was because I was in the midst of editing that video. It took me 3 hours to edit that. And even after that, it was pretty horrendous. I got so tired of looking at myself. I got so tired of me clearing my throat, of me, just everything. I couldn't stand to watch it anymore. So I finally just uploaded it. Anyway, I'm here today just for a chat. I just came back from the barn. I went out there to deliver eggs to my friend that's at the barn. But I drove my car, the horses were outside. So I did drive back there, and she convinced me to get out of the car and give them treats. So I did actually get out of my containment area, but nobody was around. She was about 6 feet. She made sure she stayed 6 feet from me. And I think she took some video of me or pictures of me feeding my horses some treats. The funny thing that happened is when I decided to get out of the car, I didn't know if I was going to go into the pen with them or stay on the outside. But the gates are metal. There's other people handling the metal. That's what the virus stays on the longest, is metal. That's what they said in the beginning. Anyway, I don't know. So I put my blue gloves on, my rubber gloves. And I couldn't understand at first why the horses, they wouldn't take the treats. I forgot to take carrots and apples out. I remembered halfway on the drive out there that I forgot them. But I do have treats in my locker out there. So Judy got them out of my locker and gave me the container. And I was giving them the little cookies, their apple treats, in the form of a crunchy cookie. So they didn't want to take them. So all of a sudden I realized maybe it was the rubber glove. So as soon as I took the rubber glove off, hi Sue, hi Bumblebee. As soon as I took that blue rubber glove off, they took the cookies from my hand. And Judy says it's because they're relating that glove to the vet, which is true. They are so smart. Yeah, they had no trouble taking the cookies from my bare hand. But I'll know that from now on. Anyway, I was out there for, 20 minutes or so, giving them treats, watching them, talking to Judy. And then I came home. Didn't go anywhere else today because I wanted to do this video. And, yesterday I could have done a video later after I uploaded that recorded one, but I had a very depressing day yesterday. I was very depressed. I mean, the thing that started it, I think, was, first of all, being angry about my video, but that didn't make me depressed. But I got a notice or a message from my daughter, who sent me a picture that another friend of hers sent her. A good friend of mine, and he is my late husband's very best, most loyal friend. He has a blood disorder, and he now also has lung cancer. Well, I saw him about maybe 6 weeks ago. He loved to drive out to Amish country, and on his way back, he'd always stop here. And he'd always have a little something for me. He'd pick up things that had to do with chickens or whatever, horses. And I have a lot of stuff that he's, left for me or delivered to me. But he was just here, it seems like about a month ago, but it was probably more like 6 weeks ago. And I noticed at that time he looked thinner, a little thinner. This picture that I got from my daughter, I didn't even recognize him. He's sitting on the couch between two other people, and I had to zoom in on his face and really search for Steve. I just couldn't even hardly see it. That's how he looks, how much weight he's lost. He can't weigh 80 pounds. He's the man that built my first deck. He's the man that built my chicken coop. He was a cop with my husband, and he was also a carpenter. And when my husband was really, really sick, and the time he was at home with IVs going and everything, and hospice was here too, before his last stay in the hospital, Steve would come over and just sit with him, and he would sit with him, and he'd come over frequently. And I've never forgotten that. And I felt so awful. And when I saw that picture, and I just spent an hour praying, crying and praying and praying and crying. And yeah, I know it's a stress relief too. But my eyes burned so bad the rest of the day. But yeah, his daughters and granddaughters are asking for prayers on Facebook today. But anyway, what else? I've listed all the clothes that I have on eBay. I'm out of clothes to list, but I have a zillion other things in this house. But I found that they take so much longer. First of all, I have no idea about prices. So looking up things and trying to figure out the prices on things takes an awful lot of time. So I don't know if I should just make up a price and get them on sooner. I can always change the price. But this little bunny is one of the things I found. I was looking for things that related to Easter and spring. So I've had this bunny. He used to sit on different shelves that I had. I've had this little bunny for the longest time. He probably came from my shop at one time. But he has no name or anything on him. He has a little tail. I didn't know whether to put him on or not. I took his picture. He's so cute. But I did find some other things that I'm going to put on. I took the pictures. One is this plate, and I think it's from 2012, and I think it's from Target. Yes, it's that little round Target emblem on it. So I'm going to put that little plate on. And then I had this. This is I don't know exactly what this is. I used it as a decoration at Easter time or around springtime. I would put like Easter basket grass in here, like green grass with a little chicken or something, or eggs, and use it as a decoration. It is like a bowl. It has no name or anything. It's porcelain, not porcelain. It's ceramic, but it's cute. Cute little Easter type thing. And I also found this little candle holder. This holds a bigger pillar candle, and has little bunnies all around it. It has no name on it at all, but I can let that go. I thought I'd put that on. I'm going to try to get these on today. So those are what I found so far in my closet back there. I am going to do a recorded video, I think just with my iPhone. Since my light is working in my closet, it goes on automatically when I go into the closet, and I tested today if it's enough light, and there's plenty of light in there to do a video. So I'm going to do a sourcing video for my closet. That'll be my next recorded video. Yeah. So let's see. I've jotted down some. Oh, I didn't find my little painting yet, but I did find the bigger painting of the owls. So let me show you that. It's a framed one. And this is called Triad of Owls, Triad of Barn Owls. And that is, always like that one. And all my paintings are signed with my first husband's, with my married name when I was married the first time, Zeslak, which is where, right here. All my paintings, because that's when I was painting, when I was married the first time. And that's my children's name too, Zeslak. So I don't know where that other little painting is. I have to be more serious in looking for it, because now it's really bothering me that I haven't run across it. I just happened to run across the barn owl picture. It was just leaning against something in the other room, up against something down on the floor. I should start posting all those dishes from your table tapes. I know that's what I have, but I remember shipping. Shipping dishes is not pleasant. Yeah, but I can ship the dishes for just one price on Poshmark. I don't have to worry about the weight or anything, as long as it's under 5 pounds. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Yeah, let's see. I had sold a men's Western shirt the other day, and I finally just gave it to him at a low price. It was a shirt by Guess. It's a men's Western shirt. And he offered a really low price, and he kept coming up like tiny increments, and finally came up to $12. And I just accepted it. So it's too low of a price, but I did accept it. And then he didn't pay for 3 days. That's so irritating. When they get something at too low of a price to begin with that they have offered, and then they don't pay. Why wouldn't they pay right away? Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. I am so thankful that you are helping me share my closet, especially yesterday. I did not do anything yesterday. Once I got into that depression, I didn't do anything. I just couldn't hardly function. It was awful. And I finally decided I have to do something. I have to watch something. And it wasn't like I was watching a whole lot of newscasts, but I decided I would continue watching the Netflix movie that I had. It's really a series. It was a series on some channel called Virgin River. And so I started watching that, and I think I watched like 3 hours, 3 episodes of it. They're an hour each. And so close to 3 hours. And it made me feel much better. By the time I went to bed, I did feel better. So, I don't know about pink. I guess pink does. Yeah, pink and purples and blues are my colors. Just the kind of folks they are. Did you see that? Did you see that movie, or did you watch that Virgin River Bumblebee? I know my sister did. I'm outside a lot, and I can hear the birds because I can see the chimney that's covered with ivy right there, and I can hear the birds even from in here, and the windows are closed and sealed up and everything. But yeah, I did. Yesterday was my break. I did. Yeah, it's a good series. I usually just watch mysteries. This isn't a mystery. It's just a good movie. Oh, you think it helps to light up my face? Okay. Yeah, I was making coffee this morning, and I noticed when Aldi brought my milk, I had ordered milk and half and cream. They had brought me, I must have picked the wrong one, but they brought me, the half and half they brought me is fat-free. I don't quite understand that. How can half and half cream be fat-free? I don't understand that, but your favorite is the British Baking Show. I used to watch that. I haven't watched that in quite a while. Oh, yeah, the low ball payers and no payers. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting on my big deck for a while yesterday with my face in the sun, but it still got me, yeah, I do. I go out by the chickens a lot, because bad little Daisy or her cohort Dixie is always getting out of the fencing. Right now they're in the big yard and it's surrounded by poultry netting. So they don't seem to want to get out of that one as much unless somebody has to lay an egg really bad. But somebody got out of that and saw me moving in the house and was running toward the house, coming to get me, I think. I forget which one it was. Maybe, I think it was Betty. I'm not sure. It could have been Daisy again. But yeah. Let's see, what else did I write down here? Before I went to the barn, I went out and washed down my car again, or wiped down my car inside again with my Lysol wipes. I'm using them sparingly because I only have I have 2 cans, but they're each only a half full. And you can't get it anywhere anymore unless you get to the store early and get there. But to order it, I can't find any place to order it. I'm not going in any grocery store. You love thinking of your chicken antics. I do need to trim the wings of those bad girls, the 2 Easter eggers. I do need to clip their wing. Their left wing on each of them. So if I get to trap them in the coop, because you can't just catch them when they're outside. They're way too fast. You have to catch them if they're in an enclosed area. And I do have a chair inside the coop just for this purpose. If I do catch them, I have my scissors and the stool there to sit on. It only takes a minute to do it, but you have to catch them first. So I would love to be able to film that, but I don't know how it'll work out. I'm not going to miss doing it because I don't have my camera. Nobody was in my car, but I never know what I've touched. I've been in the car. I've been places before this started. I've touched things in my car. I know it doesn't last. It just makes me feel better. Let me alone, Sue. I'm constantly wiping down things in my house too, and there's nobody else here but me. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a nurse right now. Yeah, the caregivers are starting to come down with this. It's frightening. I have purposely not listened to the news when they start talking about this, and the president, I think the president is being a little too glossy over. He's glossing it over by saying it's all going to be better by Easter. That's good to think that it would be. He's right. It would be a wonderful time for it to be over. God needs to step in for that, for sure. And, but I don't know. I know he's trying to keep everybody's spirits up, but our governor is exactly the opposite. I really don't want to listen to him. And I love the Ohio Department of Health, Dr. Amy Atkins, her name is. She is so calming and so nice, but the words that she's saying, if you listen to them, it's just depressing and horrible news. So I just have not listened to the governor's report. So anyway, I don't even want to talk about this or it's going to get me upset. Yeah, cleaned out my car, delivered the eggs, gave my horses some treats. Oh dear. I don't know who this is, so we'll just let it run. I forgot to put the airport thing on. Oh, come on. When I've been washing my hands so much and using, antibacterial stuff, I'm glad I had a big tube of that O'Keeffe's Working Hands. I originally got that because I get splits in the winter. I get splits along here on my thumbs, always. And they can be so painful, and I have to wear Band-Aid with Neosporin all the time on there. But that O'Keeffe's Working Hands, I started using it, and it healed them right up. And it's really good, good stuff. So that's what I'm using as hand lotion to keep my hands from getting so bad. Yeah. That's about all I had written on my little note. What is everybody else doing? I tried to listen to everybody, all my YouTube people. It says that today is my husband's birthday. I think, though, this is sort of funny. Not funny, but this has to do with, it's not just my memory from now. I've had a bad memory all along. I have it written all over that my husband's birthday, and it was always in my head, was March 26th. And he always used to correct me. He'd say, "You're late," and it was the 24th. So I was going to go in his paperwork. I think I have his driver's license and everything in my file, and look at if it is the 24th or the 26th. I'm pretty sure it's really is the 24th, and I would always miss it because I could not get it out of my brain that his birthday was March 26th. And I still have it on the calendar as that, because that's why it came up here on my computer from the calendar. So I'll never get it right, Jack. Yeah. One of my people I listen in the UK has a new video on I'll listen to later. And Becky Park has been doing one every day. I listen to hers. Sue, you're going to pick up your taxes at 3. The tax man, yeah. My daughter just took hers in yesterday or the day before. Michelle is at the barn with her horse right now. Bumblebees. Just make sure you save some for the coming months in case they give the all clear and then round 2 hits. Yeah, right. Yeah, I heard that it could recycle like sort of like the flu does sometimes, the regular flu. Yeah, hopefully in between, hopefully I'm going to just keep trying to order it. I mean, somebody has to have it sooner or later. My daughter got, the stores that do get it in are limiting you to like one. She got a can of the Lysol or the Clorox wipes, but she was only allowed to buy 1. Putting on bright, happy colors can brighten your mood. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I had the same thing on yesterday. There, I said it. Same shirt, same scarf. I was okay in the morning, but it was after that news about my friend, my husband's friend too. Yeah. He hopes it, yeah. Sue says the president, he hopes it can be over, but he's flexible. I know. He doesn't want to put a big downer out there. Bumblebee says, when that happens to me, I need to use peroxide, then Neosporin with Band-Aids overnight. Yeah. Oh, right. Peroxide hurts like heck. I know, I do that too, overnight. And Sometimes it'll be all closed up by morning, but sometimes not. Yeah. Sue says, wait, you canceled your doctor appointment until maybe June since it is just a routine. Oh yeah, I would too. Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near hospitals or doctors. My next one, I don't even know if I have a next one, to tell you the truth, but it would only be a quickie. It wouldn't be the full exam anyway. So I would cancel it anyway. Yeah, so that's about all I had for today. Just wanted to come on so you know I was okay. I wanted to see everybody. And I'm going to do some listing of these spring things today, and then go do some things on Poshmark since I avoided it altogether doing anything yesterday. So I have to do something today. Can't let it go for 2 days. My biggest stretch of no sales was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had 0 sales, 3 days. But then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I had at least 1 or 2 sales from both platforms. So that was good. So every day I have had something to put out for the mail girl. I'm safely home, yes. It can be comforting to know someone who is suffering, though we miss them. Though we miss them. I don't think you finished your thought there. Oh, I see. We'll miss them. We'll be safely home. Yes. Yes, for sure. That's what I pray, to give him peace that's God is surrounding him. Yeah, I did. I got it finally. Yeah, so I can't sit here still for too long or I'll get out of the mood to do anything. And I do plan tonight to continue watching Virgin River. Jack will be glad to see him. That's what my daughter said. Don't worry. My daughter was so upset that I was so upset. And she kept saying, don't worry, Jack is there and Jack will show him around heaven. I know. I have to say, my husband has been gone a long time now. I don't know. Can't remember the date. I think it was 2013. Or maybe it was the 13th of January. It was the 13th of January he died. You know, I can't even remember the year. It's been about 2005. See, my sister remembers all dates. I ask her about dates all the time. Okay. 5. So it's been 2005 and this is 19. So it's been 14 years, right? Is that right? Oh my. Yeah, and I have not missed him so much as I miss him right now. Because he used to be the one that could just hold me and make me feel better. Was a big, strapping guy, 6 foot, almost 6'3". Yeah. Yeah. I'm especially yesterday. I thought of that. If I could only have that, yesterday. But someday. Someday. So on that happy note, I do want to close. I did eat almost my full pan of brownies, but the last strip had gotten so hard, I finally just threw them out. Because I did order a lot of junk food, I mean bakery from Aldi's that came. So I have a whole cake, double chocolate cake. I have to cut that in half and freeze half of it. And I got a container of 4 huge blueberry muffins. I've eaten one already, but I think I will freeze 1 or 2 of them also. And there's also a big pecan caramel kuchen thing. I need to cut that in half and freeze half of it. Yeah. Oh, there's no new man in my life, believe me, Bumblebee. I did have a call from my old boyfriend. How many years ago was that? It was like at least 2 years ago. It was the guy I went with before I started seriously going with my husband. And I was really in love with him. And his name was Les. Remember, Sue? And I ran into him at the grocery store. And after I ran into him, he called me. And I talked to him a couple times on the phone. And I don't know, it just, no, even him. There was no, my husband, Jack, even though we had problems, like Sue knows, he was the love of my life, and I'm not interested in ever meeting anybody else. Yeah, I had a lot of boyfriends, but only a couple that really meant anything. Yeah. My sister had one from high school. Like I said, she married her high school boyfriend, as did my daughter-in-law. It took me a while. I found my first husband in Cleveland when I was in nurses training. And I got 2 beautiful children from him, but he turned out to be a paranoid schizophrenic. I mean, diagnosed. It wasn't just my idea. Yeah, it wasn't good. But I did stay married to him for, I think, 11 or 12 years. 12 years, I think, before I got out of there with my safety. And my kids, who were 6 and 10 at the time we escaped. Anyway, Bumblebee, my dad used to say he heard a psychologist say we all need 10 hugs a day. I know, but when you're home all by yourself, I hug my dog. Actually, when I go in the stall with my horse, especially Preacher, he does wrap his head around me, and it's like a hug. And I think that's how horses give hugs. Yeah. Echo, not so much. Echo is very big and clumsy. He's part draft. He does not know where his feet are, number one. You have to keep aware of that, because I'd been stepped on by his foot once. Not even just stepped on, I was jumped on. He spooked and jumped over sideways onto my foot. That was a long time ago. And I could feel my foot swelling inside my boot. And I knew I couldn't take my boot off or I would never get it back on again. So when I did take it off, I'm sure I took pictures a long time. It was a long time ago. Like it was probably close to 7 years ago, maybe. My foot was a horrible color of blue and black, and it was swollen like a baseball, or maybe even bigger. Yeah, that really hurt. It probably broke some of the little tiny bones that you have on top of your foot, and your hand. Those little tiny bones. Maybe, but there's nothing they do about it anyway, so I just limped around. And yeah, so I watch where his feet are all the time. Because being as big as he is, he can still move to the side really quick. And when I'm in the stall with him, I mean, he takes up a lot of room. They're big stalls, 12 by 12s, but still, he takes up a lot of room. Preacher's much slower moving. But I'm glad they got outside today because it's such a beautiful day. Go see Preacher every day, I know, for a hug. Some animals are so in tune with humans' feelings. I think, yes, I do believe that for sure. And I think horses are one of them. And I think cats are too, believe it or not. I think cats are in tune with their humans' feelings. I've heard different stories about cats too. It's probably only some cats. My cats, I'm not so sure about Maddie, but probably Mama Cat. She's so thankful that she is in the house now. I think, yeah. Oh, Darlene's here. Hi, Darlene. I don't see you, but you must be back here somewhere. Oh, there you are. I hope this helps. Some advice who to hire to catch chickens. Well, who? Maybe you sent it to me. Hi, darling. Yeah, there are things that you can, I almost bought a huge net. You can buy poultry, these big, they're almost like a catch net for fishing, only they're even bigger to catch chickens in. And there's also something that it's like, it's a wire thing that you get in front of, you can be behind them, but you get it in front of them, it catches them by the leg. But I think that's sort of mean. I mean, I wouldn't want to break their leg doing that. Yeah, cats and dogs. Yeah. I think any animal that's knows that you're they're human and that you take care of them. And horses have a wonderful memory, number one. Yeah. I remember my daughter, her first Arab horse, the love of her life, although this one is becoming the love of her life too. But her first horse was named Satire. And he was a little Arab. And his first and only owner before her came to see him one time. And he came into the arena, and Satire was out in the arena with Michelle, and he called Satire, and Satire came running to him and buried his head in his chest. And it was so obvious that he remembered exactly who he was. Yeah. Horses do. They have great memories. And they remember anybody that's mistreated them too. So, yeah. Animals are gifts to us, for sure. So I will, I'm going to close now and get busy doing something. Dexter, it's not even near 5. So I will try to be on tomorrow just for a short little chat. And then I'm trying to do this every day if I feel up to it. If I do a recorded video, sometimes I'll put a recorded video if it's short and sort of not horrendous. I can't do any more of those that take forever to edit. I just can't. So I will probably do just short little recorded videos. So I'm going to close for now, and I will see you tomorrow somewhere or the other. So bye.